There we go. Yeah. Let's see the V wide there. This means it's recording. Yeah. So we're here, shower cabin. Yeah, still gotta see those vampire uppity ups. Yep. Gotta see the higher echelon of vampire society. Might as well, since I won't be strong enough to do that one trap. Seems like the yeah, I get what means on one earlier. Hypnotize trick only comes out, only levels up when you do like a major story part. See them pop and explode out of that nauseous gas everywhere. What sucks they do. Like every time you die, I don't know what to do, they just explode. Close. That's too close. What did that do is safe? What did that do I told about the restaurant safe? Need to mesmerize her to get in the house to check on her friend. That one chick's friend. I bet you in the restaurant unless someone helps when I sleep. Hear that, a store moves forward.
A restaurant where the guests are blindfolded before being seated. Intriguing.
I was in the tunnels there. There must be an underground system around here. Let's see, we go. That reminds me, actually. How is her brother now? I think 5 may be the highest I go. Unless there's another way to lower the thing I will.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh, but you are, my friend. Alright. Let's grab the bed. I need a shower. No, don't need a shower to come. I wouldn't get a dog bath today. I won't play this long. Actually, before that, let me grab my phone here and check it out. Alright, there, Doug? Yeah, I'll give him a bath soon, actually. Alright. No, you had your hand, but you didn't take it.
This is despicable.
What?
It's locked.
Eating rat, son.
Your blood is now mine.
Ah, fuck.
Give me up! I will try! Die, newborn!
Hope we're going down so quietly. Oh, blood. Damn. Yeah, nah, bite me.
Your blood is now mine!
be vampire species. Perfect. Perfect. Who's this chap? Soldier's leather.
Louise's father was determined to find and save her.
Louise, huh? Is that your real name? Alright, that way. Fight more vampires. More creatures of the night. Let's see what's over here for us. Here. Can't bam up there. Okay, wow.
It's locked, all right.
Jukers. All these feral scales here. Looks like I gotta go down there. Yeah. Ready now.
I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable.
I'm solving the plague problem, obviously.
I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable.
How long are you gonna keep me locked in here?
How dare you interfere with my lot?
Ah, damn it. I knew it. I knew it. No, put back so far, game. You probably will, game, won't you? You're an asshole, game. I hate you. I'm in the sewers. Oh, no, good. Nothing good. Okay, let's go in there and do it.
Let me go, you bastard!
Don't you?
Disgusting asshole! Vampire will never be your wife!
Your prey is mine!
How long are you gonna keep me locked in here?
God damn it.
Let me go, you bastard! Disgusting
Stupid newborn!
asshole! Vampire will never!
Oh, come on. Cheat now.
How long are you gonna keep me locked in here?
Now just being cheap now, game. Running to get some new water. You dog, you be a dog. Dog. Eat your dog food. I got your dog food. Silly dog, I got your puppy food all the time. I want you to act like I don't got your puppy food. I got your puppy food.
How long are you gonna keep me locked in here?
Stupid newborn!
Let me go, you bastard! How long are you gonna
evil!
Disgusting asshole! Vampire or not, I'll never be your wife! How long are you gonna keep me like this? Disgusting asshole! Vampire or not, I'll never be your wife!
Gotcha.
Let me go, you bastard! How long are you gonna keep me locked in here? Disgusting asshole! Vampire, I'll never be your wife!
Let's see here. Recent diary. 18. She was gonna fuck. Why was she? I promise her. She's confused. What an asshole. Sounds like an asshole there.
Miss Teasdale, are you all right?
How do you know my name? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Reed. I managed to track you down thanks to your father.
So my father really was looking after me. This man, this vampire told me my father was dead. Is it true?
I'm afraid so.
Yep.
I'm so sorry for your loss. But you are free to go, as your abductor is no more.
I suppose my jailer also killed my father, didn't he?
Thankfully, he did not search your father's corpse, where I found his notes describing where he might find you. You should read them.
I must find my father's body. He deserves a proper burial.
I'll leave her be for now.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale, and be careful. Until we meet again.
Must find my father's body. I know where it is. How dare you insult me, woman? How dare that woman defuse me? I propose immortality, and she does not. The mission I want. Man, a few days of starvation. Fix her, as they all say, right? Run a few days of starvation, we'll get her my out. Got that? Yeah, right. Maybe it will work, but oh, thanks. Said she has a headache.
You should return to a safer place, Miss Teasdale. What's more, I'm not sure you should see your father in his condition. He was savagely disfigured.
Thank you for your sympathy, Doctor. But I recently learnt to stare horror in the face.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale. And be
Okay, I can't do anything to fire ahead the hay. Probably rest until the next night. Oh, what a freak. Oh, don't you go puffing at me, young man. Murder dog puffing about now. this leads me to. Which one? We don't know. I think he probably wants to go, you know where. Huh, am I supposed to be here? Temple quarter, huh? So that leads to there, and I unlocked it. So there's a little something down here, at least somewhere. Probably a subway? Probably a nurse boat with not Ratman, but scowls are hanging out. I understand here. I'm not sure y'all doing, but I'm curious. Ah, I see. Alright, Freak Show, give me a second. I have to take my dairy outside real quick. After this, real quick, I'll pause it. I'll pause it, Freak.
We should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go? Anywhere. Anywhere that isn't here. And what is that, by the way? A safer place? A less strange place? And where would that be? Life is strange. And we are alive. For now, yes. But for how long? If we decided to flee, we should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go?
Strange. Ah, so this is also part of town. Interesting. Interesting. Shit, we do it all the time, but I feel like I must do. Take my dog outside. Probably use the rest of myself. I'll leave it recorded on here. Probably mute it. Yeah. We're back. Back. I'm not sure where I'm at right now. Maybe it goes. That's why I stumble sign ain't supposed to. Who are you? Who are you, good sir?
Red River, A Song in the Dark.
Crimes of lost knowledge.
Whispers of a Sun. So many signs to tell. Jonathan Reed. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir.
Yeah. Who are
Do
you?
I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they tell me everything. They told me that you struggle hard not to take too many lives.
Your life in London. Tell me about the Double Brotherhood.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller, then?
Oh, I can tell you many things. But they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Card told you about Mary?
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Read my fortune, then.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
Scary. What do you do here?
Tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
Son believe you a vampire?
Some believe you to be a vampire.
Who?
The guard of Priwen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
Alright. Not sure I'll keep that word, but we'll try. How long you been
For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time. Sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
Interesting.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Fine. Here.
Here is the money.
The snake. A bitter woman, smiling as she pours poison in your cup. A shaming betrayal. Hate.
reputation. She poisoned her husband. Jeez. Do you know that? Where's my money? Where do I keep? Oh, it's up there in the right, left top of the corner. All right. Let's have this again.
Can you read the cards for me?
Put the money on the table then, Jonathan, and open your mind.
Sure.
Here is the money.
The sorceress, a heart-shaped trap built to entangle a loved one. Mirrors on every wall to see her own reflection constantly.
Alright, one more and then I'm out of here.
Can you read the cards for me?
Put the money on the table then, Jonathan.
One more then I'm out.
Open your mind.
I'm out.
Here is the money.
The Joker. A woman bent to obey and debase herself. A cruel gaze in the dark. A monster laughing at you.
I think I know who we're talking about, yep. What a powerful vampire. Alright, that's enough for now. Personal question. Tell me about the Brotherhood.
May I ask you about the Brotherhood?
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo, in spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then, a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Yeah.
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars?
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
Of vampires or of vampires or just anyone in power in general?
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
Alright, speak.
All right. Let me hear it.
The walls of your prison have already been raised, Jonathan. But you will freely accept to be locked inside, full of hope for a better day.
Let's get it now, I guess.
How do you
I told you.
Is it
Vampire.
I would rather...
Okay, here we go.
How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the hocus-pocus parlor tricks. The truth, now!
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
Mary did not deserve her fate. She had already suffered enough during her life. And yet the pain, the suffering went on after her death.
Suffering is part of the immortal condition. Some prefer to lose their minds rather than face the simple truth. Pain will never stop.
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander, yet it amuses me to converse with your kind. Guards charts never lie, but they are never easy to read.
I'm gonna solve this puzzle here. It's a 4-digit puzzle. Alright. Let's go this way. God damn it. Alright, I'll be back here for this puzzle here. I'll be back for it. No puzzle escapes me, sir. You know, I'm glad the creatures don't come out to these talk areas here, because as they do, if they fear that they're going to kill all the speakers I may want to speak with.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Alright, I want to hide here. People turn on a vampire with those eyes? Seriously. Alright, no sleep. No sleep, not yet. You're not done. Not yet. Pen, my watch. Alright. God damn it. Alright, that was my fault there. I'm out of a gun, I switch over to the steak, but I guess it didn't. Alright. Alright, avoid them. Let's avoid them for now.
Too many murders to investigate them all, but they will not be forgotten. Good evening, sir. May I ask you what you're doing here at this late hour?
I'm conducting an investigation about the epidemic in this part of town.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. May I ask who you are and why all the questions?
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard, and I don't find your answers convincing. What is a Pembroke doctor doing in the West End at this time of night?
I'm here on my own, sir. I have no official appointment other than my desire to save lives.
Then we have the same objective, sir. The difference is, to catch my suspects, I use a magnifying glass and handcuffs instead of a microscope.
Tell me what's the name of it.
What can you tell me about this district?
I'm the one asking questions, especially when there's a killer on the loose.
Or killer.
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with the civilians, sir.
Haven't I told you about the investigation I'm conducting? Perhaps I could help you.
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there is a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
And what about the epidemic?
We both know the situation is critical, don't we, Doctor? Colleagues of mine die almost every day.
Tell me all you know about that homicidal maniac you're looking for.
I'm not even sure there is only one. The wounds are always the same, but the modus operandi varies. Sometimes violent and brutal, sometimes precise and swift.
How could different killers inflict the same wounds?
That's my main problem. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies. Perhaps a sadist cult.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm sure we'll talk again soon. Murders to investigate them.
I'll talk to him more once he's once I get him to a nice spot. For observing him, obviously. Observe him, obviously. Could be the twins here. Where do you want to?
There is something strange hearing about
Someone's putting out something, alright. Putting out my intestines. Alright, I'll have to leave them be for now. I think everybody has those things. Pretty sure they do. There's a little thing you know, spy on them, see what they're doing. Definitely my second playthrough. I could definitely try to remember. I'll maybe just look it up and see what's my second. When I do my second playthrough, I'm gonna see how I'm gonna get 1% every single one of these dudes. Obviously, some areas you can't explore without progressing through the story. It just won't let you. Alright, let's see. That's pretty awesome, actually. Alright, Jonathan Reed. Albright. Charles John Jewel Albright. Come on now. Alright. He's going back. I guess he gets nothing there. We guys got a probe for information. Alright, yeah. I'll come back to that later. Now I'm gonna explore around a little bit, open more lots, which is there more super possible.
It's a bloody crime!
Both one. You're on the build my defenses and everything. Everybody running around just killing dudes over and over again to get a bunch of blood, or maybe start hunting down some civilians. Still, I feel real sad when I met Dorothy Crane. Poor Miss Crane. Poor Miss Dorothy Crane. And her. So I thought I was gonna make her forget about the blackmail and stuff, but it seems that Reed went a little too far, and made her forget everything. I made her do a drum or something like that. Forget everything. Everything. And I had to kill her because she came with a scout. Sad. Next time when I go through that, I won't do that there. I won't mind erase her. I'll try to mind erase her. listen to damn music system now. Seriously. Damn, that says something.
Good evening,
All right,
my
let's
dear
see.
colleague.
Let's see.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
What kind of medicine you're selling? What are we doing there? I hope my mic doesn't pick that stuff up. So
Don't be afraid.
stuff. I need to get copyright, which I got some stupid
Cheap
shit.
price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Gotta check, see who's alright.
You look so pale.
Don't you?
Son of a bitch. Real geckons and real vampires. Icons, they call them.
Darling!
Bring y'all in here.
I'll send you back in a fucking drill! I don't care! You cannot win this! Stupid newborn!
I hope he's alright in mutate.
I've heard so many bad things recently, I'm almost glad.
Good evening, Mr. Swanra.
Is it you, Dr. Reed? Please come in.
What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour?
What can I do for you, Doctor?
I haven't rushed yet.
Is your sister... Are you...
Let me...
Yeah, I already know all that.
How is this? I hear them hissing and scratching at my door.
Goodbye, Mr.
Wandering in this part of town at night, you're either brave or a fool.
Alright, time to head out of here. Time to do some missions. Maybe sleep. Are they in the sewers? Did they got their base in the sewers here, or just a group of them might have it? I don't know. Big beast. Feels like a werewolf, more like it. I think the fact that was like married my sister is Richard is able to turn to a vampire. I think some people when they become vampires. Very dire straight.
I will return at a more convenient time.
No rest for the wicked! Christ! He's dead!
I cannot enter.
Must be in there then. Maybe through the back? So that's probably I can't get in there, man.
See it? He's getting close! This one's a top! Don't you know better?
Don't you know you're badass? Man, come. Are you ready to face your betters?
Burn it, boy! Want some of this? Bloody burning! Hate leeches! Pay for this! Let's pin it down!
It's locked, all right. I cannot enter.
Alright, do that mission another time then. to evolve. Let's do that first. I should do that first. First to my friend over here.
Women of all countries unite!
Good evening, Dr. Reed. A great night, what?
I may have a look at your goods, Mr. Russell.
May have a look at your goods, Mr. Russell. Where's our friend? There you are.
Good evening, old chap. Are you all right?
I won't lie to you, Johnny. I'm not a well man.
These are the documents you wanted me to look for. I think I've gathered all the available occult research.
Oh, thank you, Johnny. That'll help me separate the myths from the facts.
I'm not sure you can consider this material factual, but it's yours now. What do you intend to do with it?
First, I'm going to show them to Venus. It'll open her eyes and make her understand the importance of my mission.
All right. Should I? Let's do it.
Venus is poisoning you, Clarence. She wants you dead.
So she really hates me that much now. My poor wife. I had no idea my research would drive her to such extremes.
I'm sorry, Clarence.
Why would you tell me that? First you returned from the dead, and now you tell me my wife is trying to murder me.
You're a stupid bastard, but you're my friend, Clarence.
My friend.
And I don't have many left. I don't want you to die. Not like that.
But I love her. I love my wife. Did I make her suffer that much? Have I become such a burden?
So you have no suspicions about her at all? Nothing in Venus's behavior has seemed odd since you returned?
Frankly, it's my behavior that's been odd. Ever since I got back from the war, she accuses me of being paranoid and delusional.
You accused of paranoid and delusional? I gotta sweep my way in now.
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
Preferably not at your house, because your wife's trying to poison you. What if I could try it now? Maybe that conversation, I could talk to her with it. Sure, she'll be pissing at me.
Hello again, Venus.
Jonathan, you're still up. Can't you just knock at people's doors during the day?
Forgive me.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, extra time and drink more tea later. I'd like to try some of your tea, madam. Sure, it's not poisonous. Shirley. I am serious. And don't call me Shirley. I know I should do the main quest, get the story moving, but I like exploring.
Support the equality between men and
Actually, plus that back road there. Remember seeing a tunnel back there. That's probably so wait, one of us connected or its own separate thing. I want to find out. Let's keep moving. First, let's see us talk to our poor lady over there who's been mind controlled sadly.
tasty rats. Those clever rodents are cautious now. Oh, they won't approach.
Clever rodents.
I must go now.
Miss Bonnet. Boy, Miss Bonnet. Alright, let's see if that subway leads to real quick. Now I'm gonna talk to over the other district. Looks like be the housing district right now, the commuter district. Let's check the sewers here. Yeah, sewers, my friend. Been inside gaming forever. The sewers. Ooh. To the sewers we go. But don't tell any lies on there. Oh, this is a home run. Learn more every day. Prepare yourself. Some leave their chains around here, and someone is dead, obviously.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked, all right. Tell me the bunch. Are we heading to the next scout territory? Alright, scouts this. I guess there. There. Oh, okay. Interesting. Where's that lead up? I'll probably find out eventually. Maybe. Maybe not. world. Right before I head there, before I head to the club there and get this story mission, I want to check out the other people live.
It's locked. I cannot enter.
There's like a story mission here. Yogi, I know I'm being bored, not free. Not playing with you all day, I'm sorry. Now it's as tough as I thought they were. They are dangerous though. Rest. It seems the story progression won't move forward, but everything else moves around. Move around, we move forward.
Gotcha!
Scales here now. Yeah, because of die recently. That's why they're back. Good. See if one come back when you're here. Die or rest. One or two. So it is a bit like Dark Souls in a way. Yeah, die, they come back. The rest of the wow, there was trying to board them all. Kill them really quick before they, self-destroy. They won't explode the gas. Let's get it out. Where are you guys?
the leech, boys!
Hey, doggies. My task is not really to go through here. I was trying to go somewhere else. The door is kind of, oh, it's a shot. Okay.
Dr. Reed, I am glad to see you again.
Good evening, Miss Price. How are you tonight?
Dr. Reed, I didn't know you had returned from the war. I had a new doctor when you left, but he's not as kind as you.
Always glad to see a former patient in good condition. It's been a long time.
Too long indeed. And as a token of my appreciation, I'll grant you the best price if you fancy buying anything from my humble shop.
Alright then. Let's see what you got.
May I look at your goods, Miss Price?
It's always a pleasure to have you here, Dr. Reed. Take all the time you need.
Interesting.
I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
Good evening, Miss Price.
You know you can call me Carolyn, my dear doctor.
Carolyn Price.
What can you tell me about yourself, Miss Price?
I'm still managing my shop. The only difference is, since the quarantine, we're open at night. You, on the contrary, seem to have changed a lot.
Have I changed that much?
Really? Have I changed that much? It must have been the war and the night shifts since my return.
Don't get me wrong, Dr. Reed, you're still handsome. Just maybe a little bit wiser, more serious. It suits you well.
Alright.
Tell me more about yourself.
Yeah, tell me more.
No new fiancé? I remember you were hoping to get remarried. I'm sure you must have a few suitors.
Who would marry an old bat like myself with a grown daughter and a little business? As you know, I only fancy handsome men like yourself.
I see.
Have you noticed anything in particular in this part of town recently?
Other than you coming back to cheer me up? Nothing at all, Dr. Reed.
Really? Why'd you go so?
Does your daughter still worry you, Miss Price? I remember you were often concerned about her health when she was younger.
Have you not seen Carol since you returned? She's almost a young woman now. But she'll always remain my sweet little baby.
So you're less afraid?
Some things never change. Carol is still too clumsy for her own good. Sometimes her innocence puts her in real danger.
Why would her innocence put her in danger?
She does not realize how cruel life can be. Maybe I was a bad mother to protect her too much. My poor dear Carol.
You have every reason to be cautious, Miss Price.
As a parent should.
Especially in these difficult times.
Maybe you could talk with her, Dr. Reed. It would be nice to have a man here more often. We would both feel safer.
Alright then. I'll talk to her before I had a question down.
Goodbye for now, Miss Price.
Goodbye for now, Miss Potts.
I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
It's locked, all right.
had no choice but to ask it then. Unless, yes. No, that's the sewers. She comes upstairs. Like she ain't planning to move anytime soon, Sally. Where? Suck it, that was something there happening. Ah, she says she does. That's something. I know, I gotta be patient. Talk to you real quick.
Good evening, Miss Price. I'm Dr. Reed. Do you remember me?
Dr. Reed? Yes, of course. You are the doctor who healed me and my mum. Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Good to see you too, Carol. Are you all right?
Oh, yes. I did not hurt myself recently. I know how to take care of myself now. I'm almost a grown-up.
Sure. Wake at night.
Why are you awake at night, Carol?
I am helping my mother in her shop. It's not easy, but I'm a grown-up now.
Your mother must be proud.
I'm sure your mother is grateful for your help.
I do the best I can. But I'm so clumsy sometimes. I drop things. I injure myself. It's a good thing my mother has the patience of an angel.
Why is work not easy? Is something or someone bothering you?
Oh no, most people are gentle with me. But I'm so nervous sometimes. I pay no attention and hurt myself. Good thing my mum learned first aid.
What can you tell me of the people living nearby?
I don't speak to many people, except our customers. It's not easy to make friends. And with the epidemic, it's even more difficult.
What can you tell me about the epidemic?
Some of our regular customers have left London. Some others only send their housemaids now. Everybody fears the contagion. I've even seen men with weapons.
Have you no friends at all?
No. Mr. Nithercote used to pass by and was always nice to me.
Does he not come by anymore?
No. Mum said he was weird. Always reciting poetry about a girl he'd met in Whitechapel. I wonder who this camellia may be.
So she does know.
Do you enjoy working with your mother?
Oh yes, Doctor. My mother raised me alone after my father died. We've always lived together, and she has always watched over me.
Do you remember your father?
Do you remember your father?
No, I was just a baby then. My mother always told me how strong and good he was.
Do you ever think about getting married now you're a woman?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. Mum always says I'm still a child who has no idea how tough life can be. No husband would like a clumsy girl like me.
That's harsh.
Is it true you often hurt yourself, Carol?
Yes, it's true. I try to behave, I really do. But one way or another, I always end up injured or wounded. I'm so stupid.
Why would you be stupid?
It's like I can't help getting under my mother's feet. That's how I end up being pushed, cut, or burned. You see, I'm a stupid girl, really.
When exactly do these accidents happen?
Ever since I was little. That's why I need to stay with Mum. I'm not capable of taking care of myself.
Goodbye, Carol.
I'm sorry, I can't help you. Perhaps you should talk with someone else.
Let's talk about her real quick, man.
Good evening, Miss Price.
You know you can call me Carolyn, my...
Sure, you old fat.
Carol's gratitude is exemplary. She seems determined never to leave you.
I'm taking care of my daughter as well as I can. It's not always easy, but she's the best gift life gave me.
But she'll probably leave you someday to live her own life. Will that be difficult for you?
Why would she leave? Children sometimes stay with their parents until the end, for they know no one else will love them as much.
Tell me, Carolyn.
Tell me,
Do you often wound or hurt your daughter by mistake?
No. I always thought it was Carol's clumsiness that caused these incidents. Maybe it's a family trait, Doctor.
You really believe it's just bad luck and being clumsy, then?
Of course, Doctor. What else could it be? I have nothing to hide.
Goodbye for now, Miss Price.
I think she comes to this window here. Just gotta be patient and wait. Here, that's here that not everybody has a observant mode, like observant for far to see where getting hints and tricks around. Probably gonna have to wait to see if everyone gets one or just a few characters. I think maybe just a few characters. Cause, I've been watching that damn detective going back and forth that little territory there. I've seen those brothers.
Good evening, Miss Price.
Yeah.
You are responsible for your daughter's many injuries and scars, Caroline. You brutalize her, don't you?
How could I abuse my own flesh and blood? This is nonsense. It would be like hurting myself.
You really believe you've done nothing wrong, don't you? How long has this been going on for? I should have seen it when you were my patients.
Seen what? Child abuse? Are you mad, Dr. Reed? I dedicated my whole life to my precious Carol. She is a part of me.
Yes. Even her name is just a part of yours. This is a terrible tragedy. Something of an unknown disorder. My God. Abuse that comes from overwhelming love.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Unknown mental disorder.
How dare you say something like that? What kind of a monster do you think I am?
You're all kind of monsters. Straight.
Speak to me, Carolyn. Why do you behave like this? How does it make you feel to hurt Carol before cajoling her?
I don't know. It makes me feel good to take care of my daughter. I need to feel useful. No one ever takes care of me. I need someone to take care of me.
Do you realize Carol is a person? Not a toy. Not a doll. The poor girl would put her hand in a flame to please you. You are both trapped in this toxic relationship.
Carol and I are perfectly happy. Leave us be. How stupid I was to believe you could be a suitable husband.
You're a victim here too.
I'm not judging you, Carolyn. I believe you're a victim too. I'm just trying to explain that you need medical help.
You will not separate me from my flesh and blood, Dr. Reed. We'd rather die.
May I look?
It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. They're harshly scolded, yeah.
I hope you can stay a little longer.
Yeah, she still wants me to stay longer. I believe she is a victim too. When her husband died, she had no one left to watch over her. She didn't want to lose her. That's what I believe. When your husband died, you wish. God damn it.
I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
Good morning.
Good evening, young lady.
My mother always prefers when people simply call me Carol.
You need to understand you are in danger, Carol. Your mother is responsible for all your injuries.
That's a lie. She has always taken good care of me. She only gets irritated when I get under her feet. It's my fault. My mum loves me so much.
Yes, Carol. Your mother believes she loves you as much as you're convinced she loves you. But you are both trapped in a toxic relationship that puts you in danger.
What are you saying? That she lied to me all these years? That she wants me to be miserable? My mother has dedicated her life to my safety.
Your mother is terribly sick, Carol. She suffers from one of the most sadistic attitudes I've ever encountered, and tortures you with a twisted sense of love.
No. My mum loves me and only wants the best for me. It's my fault if I can never do anything right. She deserved a better girl than me.
Goodbye, Carol.
Goodbye, Carol.
I am sorry, I can't help you.
Good evening, Miss Price.
You know you can go.
She seemed to forgive me pretty well after that. The test and her daughter and everything.
Does your daughter still worry you?
Have you not seen...
So you're less of...
Some things never...
Goodbye.
Dr. Reed. I am glad. I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
It's locked.
I got no thing for him, sadly, so can't do much. I want to be down there. Where to get down there is by seduce one of them and kill him. Probably most likely the shopkeeper, her mother most likely.
What has happened to the Londoner night? Dr. Reed, still conducting your nocturnal survey?
Yeah.
What are you really doing here?
I told you. I'm a detective inspector from Scotland Yard. investigating suspicious cases in the area.
Do you work alone?
Yes, the situation is difficult for the police. Many of us are sick, and since the summer strike, most men apply a work to rule on their patrols.
What about the situation in the East End? Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
Why are you investigating at night?
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange which requires police attention?
Those guys out there in the this end. I could have him arrested instead. Those guys, seriously. Do I have them? First version. Don't remember so I can remember what it were. F. What do you know? Do you know? Okay, I gotta find out who this person is. He said there.
Does the name Fergal ring a bell? Fergal Bancher.
Of course it does. Fergal Bancher, the Butcher of Galway. Hung in Dublin in 1857 for murdering more than 20 men with his bare hands. Why are you so interested in dead criminals, sir?
What are you really...
I told?
What
I know.
What are you investigating, exactly?
I have a missing woman, possibly abducted a few nights ago. Louise Teasdale. It seems you already found my other missing person, Mr. Tadao Kimura.
Tell me about Louise Teasdale.
She's a waitress. Our father reported her missing. We don't have enough men to search for her, sadly.
Do you have any idea where she could be?
No. But I feel she's been abducted. She went to a pub a few nights ago and vanished. I thought about the sewers, but I'm not equipped for such an investigation.
What are you investigating?
I have a missing...
Tell me about...
She's a waitress.
Do you have any...
No.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Murders to investigate them all.
Alright, got it. Alright, got you, Mr. Person.
But they will not be forgotten.
Alright, time to talk to these fools here.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed? Dr. Reed?
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just... Your name sounds familiar. And your face. Have we met before?
I think I would remember. So I suppose the answer is no.
That's odd. I'm certain I've already heard of you. My name is Pericles Baker. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not, sir. But it's a pleasure to meet you anyway.
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
How is London?
Can you tell me anything about this district?
As you like asking questions so much, would you allow me to ask you one first?
Please, be my guest.
Do you like this city?
I do.
I know we are not living in the most peaceful of times, but I have learned to appreciate London's complexity.
Yes, me too. This city tests us. It invites us to find ourselves, to discover our true nature scattered throughout its dark streets.
But what if we don't like what we find?
Do we ever know who we are? I wonder sometimes. Or maybe it is the journey to find out who we are that changes us.
Ooh, fancy.
And what do you do, sir? For a living, that is.
I stopped working when I decided to leave. When I realized what I wanted. Wanted something this city can't provide.
What did you do before all this?
But what were you doing before you took this decision?
Does it really matter anymore? Considering the past seems so pointless to me. I have lived in this city all my life. And now I think it's over.
Tell me more about why you want to leave London, then.
I just don't belong here anymore. I had to convince my brother to leave London because I know we need to find another life out of the city.
Out of the city.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
We are waiting. Waiting for someone.
And why are you waiting for this person?
Because we need to leave this city as soon as possible.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
Waiting for something to see.
Tell me more about your strange feelings towards the city.
I would be happy to describe them, but it's too hard to explain with mere words what I'm feeling. It's unclear, too confused.
Go on, please.
Where should I start? The world is chaos. Men go mad, and nature itself runs roughshod over us all.
This is not the first time mankind has faced a deadly epidemic, or a war.
Men kill each other, while nature decides to kill them all. I don't know what scares me the most. Do you?
Plagues and epidemics can be seen as an implacable force, a curse even. But the ferocity of mankind worries me more. For we choose what we do.
Yes. At least nature is not aware of all the suffering she brings to us. At least that's what I am hoping.
Well, if man is worse than nature.
Who are you waiting for? I'm sure he has a name.
I really can't answer that question, since I don't know that person.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his real name. Only that this man could help us leave this city once and for all.
But why would you need this person's help to leave London anyway?
Well, I thought we should have left this cursed place already, but my brother convinced me to stay a while longer, and here we are.
Goodbye, Mr. Baker.
Goodbye, Mr. Bailey. Hello, Mr. Bailey.
Good evening, sir. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
Of course, like any brothers.
May I ask what you're doing outside at this hour of night?
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own ideas.
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here. Waiting for someone to come.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
No, I'm not.
Good for you. It's a good thing to have a clear idea of where you stand concerning crucial questions. Don't you think?
Okay.
May I ask why you've not gone already, if you're so exasperated by this long wait?
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness, but it's just because he's prouder than I am.
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city, and without my insistence, he would never leave this place. We don't often agree on anything, you see?
These two got some weird mindset here.
Who are you waiting for exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be then?
I don't know. A feeling? An event? An impulse? How can I tell? Something that would allow us to leave this trap.
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What kind of trap are you talking about?
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you? That you are not in your place? That sort of trap.
Trap? And you think leaving London will free you?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation. Hope, Doctor. Hope is what truly drives mankind.
Truly. How long have you been waiting here for?
Tell me, how long have you been waiting here?
I can't say for sure, since I have no watch. But the night is still young, and I am not tired.
Is that the most honest answer you can give me?
Yes, I think so. Why does it irritate you, sir? Is comprehension really that important to you?
I'm a scientist. I try my best to understand things. I know the world has to obey unbreakable rules.
You know, or you want the world to obey such rules?
I know one thing. I do not understand who you are.
And it's better that way. What kind of life would we live if we could summarize a person in a few words or a few lines?
A world that we understand. What are you really afraid of?
What are you really afraid of, Agamemnon?
The problem is, it's precisely what I don't know that frightens me. So I suppose I can't really answer your question.
If you finally manage to leave London, where do you intend to go?
A happy place, that's for sure. A place where I can smile because I know the next day will be better than the previous one.
Such a place doesn't exist. There are never any guarantees that tomorrow will be a better day.
That would mean I have no hope left, and I just can't accept such a conclusion.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker. Good evening, Mr. Baker.
Why do I always have feelings of déjà vu when I talk to you?
How long have you been waiting for this man?
Sometimes I feel as though I've been waiting for him for ages. Perhaps it is my role in life to wait for him. Not a pleasant thought.
It could be dangerous for you, waiting here all night.
That's quite true. But what other choice do we have? We are waiting here until we finally go.
Mr. Baker, I have met many strange people during my life, but you are definitely one of the strangest.
Really? I don't feel particularly odd or weird. All I want to do is leave. What's wrong with that?
Why are you still waiting for this person?
What would be the point of going before meeting the man, as he's going to help us leave?
Pericles, what are you going to do now?
I don't know. Perhaps it's time to leave. Perhaps we should stay a little longer. How can I tell?
And where exactly are you thinking of going?
In a place where I will finally have that feeling, to be where I belong. The world has to be meaningless chaos to make such a heaven plausible.
Pericles, tell me why your brother disagrees with your presence here.
Agamemnon is naive sometimes. Although don't consider him a fool, sir. He is often more lucid than me.
What can you tell me about your brother?
If you are searching for a pleasant chat, you should speak with him instead of wasting your time with me. He's always been the more gentle of us.
That's it? That's all you can tell me about him?
For the time being, true kindness is the most valuable quality, my good sir.
At least you both have the same difficulty explaining what you're doing, and for what reason.
But is that not a common problem for all mortals?
Mortals? Are you telling me you're a vampire?
Goodbye, Mr. Baker.
Hello again, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker.
Alright. That was confusing. Where's your rest? A time to move forward. Let's talk a bit more, shall we?
Good evening, Jonathan Reed. Can I help you in any way?
Jonathan Reed.
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander, yet it amuses me to... Cards never lie, but they are never easy to read.
Cards never lie. You're too stupid to read. I'll figure out that trap. It's a test. Hilarious. Alright. It'll eventually break out, I think. Eventually. Maybe.
It's locked, all right.
Is that their HQ? Is that their HQ? Their headquarters? I should hit the hay. I'm gonna hit the hay. Rest. Probably stop around soon, actually. Your eyes look different, Dr. B. Yours thick? Armory night. Make some rounds. Gotta make sure my patients are all nice and healthy. Ducks. Sorry if you hear that sound. I mean, just shake my legs. Yeah.
Get It's a leech! Kill it! He's done for! Fuck his fast!
What's this? Nah, just forget. It's the bullets. I'm supposed to play a game today, but you know they're off today, but they could be busy with stuff. I just want to know, you know. So I'm sitting here waiting for some.
What you say? There's one of them! Christ! He's dead!
Yeah. So are you.
Let's pin it down!
I'm assuming it only works on direct blood sin. It's not like very off your family tree. How you turn this into a vampire so easily. Fishing ass trench coat here. Alright, time to get this mission on the way here. Hopefully I rank up enough to level up. Hopefully it'd be quick. I'll probably save, yeah.
Good evening, Miss Teasdale. How have you been since you returned home?
Dr. Reed. Oh, thank God you returned safely from these awful streets. I was so worried about my father that I left without thanking you properly.
Please don't mention it, miss.
Good. I found him, you know. My dad. Or what was left of him. I think my abductor intended to do the same thing to me.
Do you need my medical attention, miss?
I don't need your help specifically. I can assure you there are many competent doctors around.
I have no doubt about it. but I'm offering you my help anyway.
All right then. But please leave me alone for now.
No. You weren't answering all my questions. All of them.
What do you do for a living, Miss Teasdale?
Before my kidnapping, I was a waitress in a pub. Now I'm unemployed.
Were you fired?
No. It's just that after my recent experience, I don't feel like I can go back to my normal life. I need to do something useful.
What's your plan?
What do you intend to do?
Dad always told me, Louise, if you want something, don't stop until you have it. I did my research and I found it. Ichabod Throgmorton, professional vampire hunter. I'll be his apprentice.
Okay.
Be very careful, Miss Teasdale. You were lucky to escape death once, but vampires lurk everywhere.
You killed my kidnapper by yourself, didn't you? No offense, Doctor, but you're just a doctor. I don't see why I couldn't do the same.
Ooh, because...
what can you tell me about this area?
I've never really liked this part of town. It was where my father wanted to live. I won't remain here much longer.
What exactly don't you like about it?
People here are contemptuous and elitist. My dad always said, Louise, always treat people like you want them to treat you.
Mm-hmm. You want respect. Sometimes you gotta I'll tell you what. You show respect sometimes.
You seem to cherish your father a great deal.
Dad was the best. Kept an eye on me, but let me make my own mistakes. Louise used to say, mistakes are the best teacher. You would have liked him.
I'm sorry I didn't have the opportunity to say goodbye.
That's all right. He's buried in consecrated ground now. Nothing bad can happen to him.
Louise, tell me what you really think about your father's sacrifice to save you.
I'm proud he went after me. I forgive him all his harsh words, all his bloody attitudes. I only wish I could tell him how much I loved him.
Yes. It can be traumatic, not having the chance to say goodbye to those we love.
Yes, Doctor. And there's no treatment for that type of pain, isn't that right? That may be the last thing my father taught me.
Louise, what can you tell me about the vampire who captured you?
The little fucker claimed he'd fallen in love with me. That he wanted to spend eternity with me. Not a bad idea. At least that's the way it seemed at first.
Really? Did you consider accepting his proposal?
Well, immortality. Not a common wedding gift, is it? I think he just wanted to have his way with me. Can vampires even fuck, Doctor?
What? Well, I really can't answer that. Since they are creatures of blood, physically speaking, I suppose an erection is possible, but
Don't be embarrassed, Dr. Reed. I was just asking.
You could say yes or no, Dr. Reed. That's all I was going to say, too. I always heard his shoes like, well, maybe?
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale.
That's even as Vampyr, like,
be careful.
Possibly, probably. Okay. The idiot here has an apprentice now. Alright, gotta head to the docks now. Alright, she's taken care of. I gotta head to the docks. Which if I just go down this direction, I'll catch here going to this way, which probably be the best.
Seriously?
Women's right to vote is only the first step.
Alright, let's go. Let's go practice our medical medicine real quick. I have a feeling I'll also do that mission there. I want to stay in at night there too. I'll probably even much time will pass. First, let's kill some people. First, let's kill some dudes. take a break when it hits like 1 or 1:30.
Doesn't like fire, does it? Your prey is mine!
Sure, a lot more vampires now. You think these suckers will spawn rarely? Shoulder again. I don't know what does that right. Lean a certain way or something like that. My shoulder acts out randomly. Back where it was. Yeah, I know it's in the old times, but still. stable. Nice. Yeah, that's my phone there. Alright, let's get together. My neck. Let's see here. Hilarious. Alright. You hear that a lot. Oh crap. What are they doing in there? What y'all doing in there? Alright. Yeah, there's a big dude right there. Much like to go slaughter everybody. I got some patience to heal. Are they still hanging around here?
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
Do you need my medical attention, Miss Paxton?
I can keep going, Dr. Reed.
Of course you can, Miss Paxton. But I wouldn't recommend it. Please, take this. You will feel better.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. Thank you. Really.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton. Yes, Doctor? Farewell, Shaw. Take good care of your flock, and of yourself.
Remember they did this week. The old lady there, so healthy.
Good evening, young.
There's no need to call.
Young man, do you require medical attention?
I don't like asking for help, but I don't want to be one of those poor sods dying in the streets.
Of course we don't. Why would we?
There's no shame in asking for help, especially when you are in desperate need of it. Here, take this. You should recover in no time.
Thank you. I suppose.
Goodbye.
Where will he be? If he's not here, because it's a small part here, this town here where there's not a combat zone. He was in the alley here, walking back and forth, patrolling it.
The wet boots should be fighting each other.
Good evening, Mr. Throckmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any...
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
Actually, I may. In my line of work, I have to stop at any sign of infection.
Treating a vampire hunter's wounds is certainly a first for me. I'm happy to help you, of course.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. Your support means a lot.
Goodbye, and good hunting, Mr. Throckmorton.
Yeah, saying his health heal will also increase my XP. Why I should wait then? Like longer to wait, the bigger reward? Now I'm going to get some XP out of this thing. Lich one, but like working with the system. It says my friend here says. Alright. Let's get back to killing. Yeah, it's like I do find it weird. Like games I'm assuming it's possible to do the hospice run. Or killing someone of these. It seems like Sister Witcher, you got no choice. Like,
Filthy fucking beast!
you know, you want to save certain people, you gotta fight them. So true, I guess only passive it as in not eating the main characters. Drain the main characters of the blood and stuff. Pretty sure we were hoping to put me about that. seems like quests don't go away. You pass over time. Fuck that now. Regeneration. What's this, Steve? We're really looking at the hill before I head back to the dying quests. Alright, I'll probably start with 7, 11:30, 1:30. Cover in. Let's see what it got for sale here. No relations. In the crime hall gangs.
Good evening, Mr. Whitby.
Good evening to you,
young doctor. I should care about our neighborhood and everything. Now.
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
Unfortunately, yes. The spirit is willing, but the flesh, well, you know.
Nobody is immune to disease. There's no need to be ashamed of that.
Well, thank you, Doctor. Now maybe I'll live another day or two.
Are you worried about the sanitary situation in London?
I never thought I'd live to see the last days of London. Just another thing I was wrong about, I suppose.
Goodbye, sir.
Why has nobody? I'm assuming it really works when people are connected. I got fatigue. I got medicine for fatigue. Next time I'll see that cop. The next round I will just report him to the dude there. Or to that cop and tell him, hey, he's been murdering people. Antidote. Is that what it says? Antidote. For what?
You again. What do you want?
Goodbye. Good evening, Miss Cobb.
Hello again, Doctor.
Can I see?
As long as you have money.
When you have money.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again.
Can I offer you my medical help, Miss Cox?
Giving out for free? You'd make a poor businessman, Dr. Reed.
Perhaps I would. Please, take this. You'll feel better.
Thank you. But don't expect me to owe you anything.
Goodbye, Miss Cox.
Can I lower my sword now? I need to lower the sword here real quick, actually. Actually got everything, looks like it. Time to get in, don't Alright, let's get in there really quick. Actually, go through the other way, yes. It is.
Pleasure, sir.
Nice sound, I just leveled up my stamina then.
Someone's playing a rush. Where's this says? What are you sending me, boy? Boy, what you sending me? Alright. Did he came back already? No, right there. Looks like he's been here. One over there, one over there. Still, if I still have a door to clear, I don't know how many times it is still. I thought I was gonna mind wipe her, you know, like a little bit. It's like, hey, forget about the blackmail. This ain't working, you know. Again, they're just trying to warn, again, closing. They're gonna burn the whole place down and everything. They don't care. The cops are gonna come through and pay them off and stuff like that. Use that mind power to do something like that, but like, I guess I should stop blackmailing her, you know. Stop blackmailing her. And you know who I am, or they're getting close, I better stop. Just stop, you know? Okay, she doesn't appear on that now. Alright, let's get that out of the way. Hit. look at the rat inspector too. Doing it, well, I already did my rat thing, but he's coming by to like every other day to check on traps at least a few days. Check on those traps. Part of me hope he catches some there. Part of me kind of wish he not wish it didn't, but wish like, hope that rat's gone away. And then be like, you know, damage you do, damage you don't. This is what I feel. Damn if you do and damn if you don't. Alright.
Connect me to the city anymore.
Should I gather more blood?
Women of all countries unite!
Maybe I should gather some more blood. Only 10. Nice. Bones will increase my blood flow. Blood flow. I want to increase the blood abilities here. Drink more blood.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
So,
Oh, yes, I can't thank you enough, my dear doctor. Exquisite, but expensive. But what is money made for, if not for little pleasure?
don't you think your money could be better spent in these difficult times?
Your words hurt, Doctor. I thought you and I...
Perhaps my words were too harsh. Please forgive me if I've upset you.
Oh, no harm done. After I die, all my fortune will go to the suffering people of the East End. Until then, I aspire to live the most pleasant life possible.
Fair enough, I guess. I'm
I
sorry
may
my words
have
offend
your
you.
goods, Mr. Russell.
I'm sorry my words offend you. All's quite alright. Alright, time to hit in. Alright, let's do it, grandma. I better go see the vampire in this neighborhood.
Good evening, Miss Teasdale.
Can I help you?
How do you, Doctor?
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale.
Nobody takes him seriously.
Alright, time to meet the head honcho vampires. Figured I need to refill this water. This water cup I got, I need to refill it. There's some more H2Os I need.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
It seems he has some guests already.
There has been
Welcome
quite
to
a
the
battle
Ascalon,
here.
then, Dr. Reed.
I'm sure the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the furniture.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed.
Looks like a recent battle here happened. Very recent. Now that they are probably just a bunch of vampires. thought that they thought they were just fighting a bunch of vampires, but no. Yeah, let's stop trying to fight a bunch of underranked vampires, but now they came here. Can't decide to come here and get their shit wrecked. Is it here? Nah, Pat's friend of mine's in the picture. Mr. Patty McPatterson. Mr. Patty. History and proposal of the Ascalon Club. Obey the laws of the Ascalon Club. Sure to have money to replenish this furniture. Golden dagger. Sword. Oh, Daddy probably used it before. Oh, I've used a sword and hunt for 500 years. Key to the basement. How did they leave some stuff lying around? To the basement. Use of blood. Regulated use of blood. That's what I was going on. Oh, but they want some vampire asshole to start drinking and just causing a ruckus and people get suspicious. I expect to find some kind of dungeon or something. Dungeons? What do you think, a bunch of savages? No. So good, let me club these.
Good evening.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reed. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bancher was no match for him.
Here.
Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss.
So much indeed. Indeed.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reed.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
Hey, Myra.
Yes, she is. I may even say I admire her probity and her kindness. She has helped me since I was reborn.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is a mortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Why now?
Why have you asked me here?
Because the crisis is escalating. Our enemies, the Guard of Priwen, have even launched an open hunt. The only way to calm things down is to put an end to the epidemic.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End? Is that it?
Straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed. But first, I should like to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon, who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
No, I have not.
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
I killed one of yours.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours. Sent to cleanse the East End of all skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
That's good to know.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
Protect the Empire?
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
Interesting.
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Are you officially recognized?
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members, and I do appreciate obedience.
Yeah, that's good enough.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country.
Indeed.
My fellow members, dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Well, speak, Dr. Reed, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall. Speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Smash.
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation.
Alright. Sign away. I got the pen, read it. For God's sake, we had ink. For God's sakes, we had ink. You had to cut yourself to write that. Wow, fine, great. Not a morbid idiot.
Delightful.
Delightful.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
One of us! One of us!
I personally went patrolling last night in the West End, and I spotted at least 2 foreign Ekons. This is an outrage. We shall chase these intruders down.
I was chased by a gigantic Valcon 2 nights ago. I thought it was Fergal coming back, but no. That creature barely spoke English.
Are the werewolves from America? That'd be interesting.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. How does it feel to be this evening's centerpiece? Figuratively.
Goodies.
It's quite unsettling. As a doctor, I am more used to being the observer than the subject observed.
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon Club has a tried and tested policy for choosing its initiates.
May I ask who you are, sir?
Why would you be interested?
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room with a beating heart, you draw quite a bit of attention yourself.
Ah, vampire senses never cease to fascinate. They dwarf those of mere mortals. I am Aloysius Dawson, by the way.
Aloysius Dawson?
Are you a member of the club?
Yes, I am. And I have been for many years. And will be until the day I die.
What can you tell me about it?
It's not really my place to give you such information. I am merely a mortal member, and a dying one at that.
Are you sick?
Personally, I consider my advancing years are a sickness in itself. My body is slowly abandoning me, Dr. Reed.
I'm being slowly abandoned, Dr. Reed.
Are you not afraid? You are surrounded by vampires.
Sir, it's for that very reason that I joined the club in the first place.
Is not the nature of this club a secret shared by only a privileged few?
My dear Dr. Reed, I have spent years and a fortune precisely to gather that kind of information.
So you asked for membership?
I have been a member of many clubs in many countries. But I must admit, this one is my favorite.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave?
I would not dare speak of our chairman without his consent.
Alright, you're famous.
Mr. Dawson, of Dawson and Dawson. The wealthiest man in England. It is a pleasure to meet such a prominent figure of London.
A withering London figurehead, to be precise.
Are you sick, Mr. Dawson? I am a doctor, you know.
My case is beyond the scope of traditional medicine. I have spent fortunes on the world's most competent doctors to arrive at that diagnostic conclusion.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Should I suppose that you're here in search of some form of immortality?
Absolutely not. I'm here to implement my plan to save the city I was born in. To cast out the ghastly evil that has us all on our knees.
What do you know about the Guard of Prewood?
I should not say this, but I admire their commitment. This is what the nation needs right now.
Would you help them?
No. There is a time for such methods. But brute force will not be enough to fight this plague. We have to think differently.
But they are our enemies.
They are not mine, Dr. Reed.
They're not mine, Dr. Reed.
What is the situation like in this part of town?
I am sure Lord Redgrave will enlighten you more effectively than I.
Alright. What can I say?
Money cannot solve every problem. This mysterious epidemic is going to require more than money can buy.
You're right. Money is nothing unless one has the will to wield it. I have a plan, sir. A radical one that will save all that is essential in London.
What is your plan, then?
Quarantine and barricades are futile. What we need is a wall. A formidable, unscalable wall. To isolate the deserving from the infected masses.
Is it dangerous?
Complete isolation has proven effective throughout history, but the death toll has always been a high one.
I am glad you understand the concept of necessary sacrifice.
Are you not mistaking sacrifice for summary execution?
Why do you care? Are you not a vampire? Removed from all mortal concerns? Decisiveness is what the city needs, and it needs it now.
I see.
We'll talk later, Dr. Reed.
I guess we'll talk to you now. We'll get here.
That went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago. Well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Sparrow.
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
How do you know about the,
Do you know Edgar Swansea?
Not personally, but I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish, and is a good friend of yours.
Does it bother you that I consider him my good friend?
As long as you reveal nothing of the club's inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation with the good Dr. Swansea?
You were spying on me?
Not personally. I rarely leave this building. But once he found you, Fergal kept me informed. Until you put an end to his mission.
Who was Fergal?
Who was Fergal? I don't see him sipping tea with the others in the club.
Fergal Banshire was my squire of sorts. Even before becoming that magnificent beast, he was a brute. He served me well for decades.
No, I mean, what was he? He was clearly no ordinary vampire.
No, he was a Volcod. All muscles and instinct. Quite the rare breed. Ferociously territorial. Mortals often mistake them for werewolves.
Really?
You do know I killed him.
Yes.
Will you bear ill will towards me for his death?
Of course not. Your victory was quite impressive and courageous. You earned my respect.
Alright, good.
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied Skulls in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Prewen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Skulls.
Skulls are hostile vectors of contagion. That is a fact. But first and foremost, they are victims.
I agree, Dr. Reed. Most of the new Skulls who roam the streets at night used to be good British citizens. But they must be put down nevertheless.
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
Ooh, level 4 now. That means now I could appreciate. Talk to me now.
I'm sure you have more important things to do than talking with an old man like myself.
How is your investigation going, Dr. Reed? Time is our enemy.
I have a few questions for your lordship.
All right, but be quick.
Alright, be quick.
May I ask you about the mortal who attended my initiation? Mr. Aloysius Dawson.
A member of the club does not normally ask questions about other members. We trust each other mutually.
So he really is a member then?
Indeed. Only the most eminent members are allowed to attend such ceremonies. Even if I admit some of us fled during the first hours of the Great Hunt.
But Mr. Dawson is mortal. Are you not afraid he might reveal who you are? Especially to your enemies.
Aloysius Dawson is a man of his word, as are all of us. This is the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. We do not grant access to the unworthy.
What can you tell me about the Great Hunt?
It's a major concern, and I'm convinced we'll only get a satisfactory conclusion by putting an end to the epidemic.
What about the risk of a full-scale attack here? Jeffrey McCullum is a daring leader.
That is exactly why so many of our number have left the country until things improve. But not me. I founded this club. I'll die defending it.
I have already met Jeffrey McCullum. I am certain he will persist until he has killed every last vampire.
The Guard's current successful recruitment campaign is driven by the ravenous behavior of the Skulls.
I see. So without the epidemic creating Skulls, the Guard could not convince anybody of our presence.
Exactly. Once we have put the epidemic behind us, we need only wait until the Guard grows old and weak. Time will once again become our ally.
You made me swear on the blood of William Marshall during my initiation ceremony. Why was that?
William Marshall was the most glorious knight who ever lived. He served 5 kings, and was a living example of probity for all. And he was my maker.
He was a vampire.
William Marshall was a vampire? Is this some sort of joke? Wait. Could he be my maker?
That would be joyful news, for it would mean he still walks among us. But alas, the great knight has left this world for good.
Why is his blood so sacred to the Ascalon?
He was simply the greatest defender of the realm we have
Calm
ever known. I fought by his side at the Battle of Preston, and he made me his progeny following the fight.
Interesting.
Goodbye, Lord Redgrave.
Godspeed, Dr. Reed. We are counting on you.
We are counting on you. You will protect England all eternity.
Welcome to the Ascalon.
Down that's through the back door here. Alright, come on, come on. Come on, game. Probably just tired as retired. Probably save the game. This already saved, so probably quit right here. Alright?